The Galactic Academy of Military Sciences was the pride of the civilized stars. Built on the moon of Thorex 4, it welcomed elite cadets from hundreds of species. Young minds came to learn tactics, history, and the rules of interstellar war. And every semester, without fail, someone asked the same question. Why are humans banned from galactic warfare? It was Commander Zalven of the Vari Collective who raised it this time, halfway through his third year. A top student, sharp, confident, and already leading his cohort. Instructors say it's a treaty condition, Zalven said during a strategy seminar. But history archives are redacted. What did the humans do that was so terrible? The room buzzed. Professor Halrek, a crusty, one-eyed Trinari who had seen 3 wars, paused. You want to know why humans aren't allowed on battlefields? Zalven nodded. Yes, sir. Very well. The professor tapped his terminal. I'll show you. The room dimmed. A holoscreen projected a chaotic battlefield, grainy footage from centuries ago. Alien soldiers in plasma armor charged across terrain scorched by orbital strikes. But they weren't the focus. In the middle of the carnage stood a small unit of humans. Less than 20 of them. No powered armor. No drones. No shields. Just old-fashioned ballistic weapons, knives, and a look in their eyes that made the room go silent. Zalven leaned forward. That's all? A small recon team. Halrek didn't answer. The humans moved like ghosts, vanishing behind cover, reappearing behind enemy lines. They used smoke, deception, silence. One by one, entire platoons of enemies fell. Not overwhelmed, outmaneuvered. Then came the infamous scene. A human soldier, wounded, out of ammo, faced with an incoming armored vehicle. No options. Instead of retreating, he charged, with nothing but a blade and a plasma grenade duct-taped to his chest. The screen froze. His name was Sergeant Cole Anders, Halrek said. One of 100 human operatives deployed during the Third Expansion War. Zalven was confused. But why such reckless tactics? There are cleaner methods. Halrek turned slowly. Because humans aren't clean. They aren't elegant. They don't fight to win a war neatly. They fight to end it. Permanently. Another holovid played. A human fleet surrounded by a superior enemy force. Statistically, they should have lost in under 10 minutes. Instead, they scuttled their own fuel ships, creating a massive plasma field that disabled sensors. Then they launched dozens of nuclear-tipped missiles blindly into the fog. Collateral damage, 80%. Enemy destroyed, 100%. Survivors, none. They destroyed themselves to destroy the enemy? Gasped its sorry student. Halrek nodded. They called it a mutual kill box. No species before or since has weaponized self-sacrifice like humans. The last clip showed a peace summit. A human diplomat stood across from 3 alien warlords, calm, hands behind his back. The warlords laughed, mocked, threatened, until the humans smiled, and quietly whispered, "You think we're monsters in war, but that's only when we're following rules. You break those rules, and we stop following." That day, the warlords signed a surrender they swore they'd never agree to, not because they feared defeat, but because they feared what humans might do if unleashed. The room sat in stunned silence. Professor Halrek turned off the holoscreen. After the Treaty of Red Sands, he said quietly, humanity agreed to a permanent combat ban. They were allowed peacekeeping roles, emergency defense, and diplomatic enforcement. But no battlefield deployment. Ever again. Zalven swallowed. But why would humanity agree? Because they knew, Halrek replied, that if they kept fighting, there'd be nothing left to save. That evening, in the quiet corners of the academy, alien cadets whispered about the humans, not as barbarians, not as monsters, but as something worse, a species so good at war, they had to be banned from it.